Good morning students. In this video I am going to explain about packet switching. So in data communication we have to send messages from one end system to another, means that data fully we can't send, that we have to split into packets. Here we are going to see about packet switching concept. If the message is going to pass through a packet switching network, it must be divided into several pieces called packets. It may be of variable size or fixed size, and the size of the packet is determined by the network and the protocols. So in packet switching, no resources is allocated. There is no resource allocation for a packet. This means that there is no reserved bandwidth on the link, and there is no scheduled processing time for each packet. Like in switching network, there is no reservation here. If it is not used, that can be occupied by the other process and all. There is no reservation here. In packet switching, resources are allocated on demand only. Whenever need, that resources can be allocated, and allocation is done on the first come first served basis. When the switch receives a packet, what the resource or destination, it can be sent. The lack of reservation may create delay. So if we don't have a reservation, we have to wait. So in a packet switched network, there is no resources are allocated on demand. There is no allocation here. Okay, and there are two types of packet switch network will be there. One is datagram and then virtual circuit network. In this video I am going to explain about first type only, datagram network of packet switched. So what do you mean by datagram network? Here each packet is treated independently of others. If you are dividing the message into several packets that travels through different paths in the network, even if the packet is part of the multi-packet transmission, the network treats it as though it existed alone. So other name of packets is datagrams, and the datagram switching is normally it is done at the network layer. So just consider here, if you are transmitting a messages from source to destination, that is from A to X. 4 packets we are transmitting, 4, 3 and 2, 1, and every packet follows different paths. Here switches are called as routers, packets are called as datagrams. With the datagrams took different paths and they travel along the path and then reach a destination in different paths, but all are reaching the destination, but the order may be different, but they are reach the destination at different timings. And how the datagram approach is used to deliver the 4 packets from A to X. Here the switch in the datagrams are already told. Switch acts as the routers here. In this example, in the previous picture you saw 4 packets. We are transmitting 4, 3, 2, 1 from the destination A to X. That all these packets belong to the same message only. Here this approach can cause the datagram of the transmission to arrive at source at the destination. There may be delays between the packets. Sometimes the packets may be lost or it may be dropped, because of if the resources are not available, sometimes they may be dropped also. In most of the protocols, it is the responsibility of the upper layer. Okay. And then datagram networks, it is also called as a connectionless networks. That means what? The switch does not keep information about the connection state. So switch won't keep the information regarding this connection state. Here there is no setup phase, no tear down phase will be there. Each packet is treated the same by the switch regardless of the source and destination. In the circuit switch, there must be a path must be set up before going to transmit. We have to set a path and we have to get an acknowledgement, then only we can transfer in circuit switching network. But in datagram switching, not like that. Packet can be transmitted from source to destination through this routers. So how that switches are transmitting? By using this routing table. What the details given in that routing table, by following that routing table, the packets are transmitted from one router to another, finally to the destination. there is no setup and tear down phases how the packets are routed to the destinations. So in this type of network, each switch has a routing table. So if any packet reaches a particular switch, it suddenly traverses the routing table. What is given? Where the packet must be forwarded next. So everything is given in that. So that routing table, by using that only, that every switch follows that next transmission of the particular packet. So routing table, they are dynamic and they are updated periodically. Whenever there is a change in the packet or forwarding address, that everything is changed dynamically in the routing table. The destination address, what is available in that routing table, the destination address and the forwarding output ports, through which ports it must be transmitted. Everything is recorded. See in this picture, the destination address will be there and through which port the given packet will be transmitted, everything will be available. So routing table, the switch in the datagram uses this routing table, so based on the destination address. Destination address means each packet in the datagram carries a header that contains some other information, destination address. So whenever we are in the network, whenever we are sending the packet, not only we are sending the packets with the destination address through, and everything will be contained in that packet. So whenever the switch receives a packet, this destination address is examined in the routing table. So routing table, everything is available. So the address, unlike the routing table, is considered to find the corresponding port through which the packet should be forwarded, through which port it must be forwarded, destination address and through which port it must be forwarded, all the details will be available. The destination address in the header of the packet in the datagram network remains the same during the entire journey. So in between the port name will be different but the destination address will be same. So what is the efficiency in the packet switching network? It is better than that of circuit switched network. Here resources are allocated whenever there is a need for the packet to be transmitted. Otherwise it can be allocated to some other process. Resources can be allocated to some other purposes. But circuit switching, it is not like this. During the entire phase, that resources will not be allocated, but here that can be allocated if nothing to transmit. There may be greater delay in datagram network than in a virtual circuit network. Here the thing is, here there is no setup and tear down phases. Packet may experience a wait at a switch only, they have to wait before it is forwarded. In the switch, every packet must wait and it must check through which port or it must be forwarded. So for that little delay will be there. Not all the packets in the message directly travel through the same switches, and every packet forwards through different switches. Okay. So what is the delay in that? The delay means, so three places it must be waited. Source to switch 1 and then so switch 1 to switch 2, switch 2 to end. Like this waiting time will be there and then transmission and propagation time will be there. So what is the delay in the datagram network is the packet travels through two switches, no, for example in this picture. So what is the delay in this? 3T, that is 3 transmission time, and then 3 propagation delay, and then 2 waiting time W1 and W2. So delay is equal to 3T plus 3 propagation delay plus W1 plus W2. See, waiting time means, see here, 3 waiting times from A to switch 1, switch 1 to switch 2, switch 2 to B. That is only given here 3 waiting time. And then what do you mean by here? Transmission delay, the name is given here, no? So, total delay in the datagram network is 3 times of transmission time plus 3 times of propagation time plus waiting time, 2 waiting time W1 and then W2. What is the transmission delay? It is an amount of time required for the router to push the packet. So transmission delay means time for the required for the router to push the packet, and then propagation delay is the time it takes a bit to propagate from one router to another. Okay, thank you students.